Hey everyone, and we are live. I'm Alex, and I'm joined with Ant, the CEO, Premium Collectible Studios, and we're here today to unveil the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Diorama. We're going to go over some details, some Q&As anyone may have, clear up some points, and yeah, let's get straight into it. So, Ant,
Oh,
how's your day going?
Alex, I think our names are backwards.
Oh, yes, they are. Here, let me drag that over. There you go.
There we go.
So I'm Alex, and this is Ant over that side. There we go. Well spotted, well spotted.
There we go.
It wouldn't be a live stream with me if there wasn't some technical issue.
That all good. All good. All right. So where do we start?
Well, how's your day going, first of all?
Fantastic. As probably a lot of people know, I'm shooting hard trying to get our new website up, which is freaking killing me. And my wife, probably like everybody else, is like, I wish you would stop talking about that website. I was like, yes, because I want it done and want it out. So I'm really hoping to get that done this week, next week, latest. Because it's taking up way too much of my time. But other than that, it's good.
There's a lot of promises about the website. I hope it's going to deliver.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that it's fixing. I'm pretty sure we'll have hiccups once it launches because you're always going to have that, which is why we're keeping the old site up on our back end. So if we ever need to reference it or pull anything, but yeah, it definitely works a whole lot better. But I'm pretty sure the first month we'll have hiccups and stuff we need to fix and correct and all that good stuff.
Awesome, awesome. And so let's just jump straight into this. So we are looking today at the Ghostbusters Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Diorama. And was this something that you had a personal passion for?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny how this one came along, and it's probably a lot of the stuff we do at PCS probably start this way, where it's just randomly walking around the house or sitting in my studio, and a idea just pops in my head. So when I got the Ghostbusters license, I'd say probably within a month after I got it, it just popped in my head. I said, you know, it'd be cool if we did like a Stay Puft Godzilla style. And that's kind of how
Yeah.
this whole thing kind of came to fruition, was just that random thought. It was kind of like our Ninja Turtles underground. It was the same thing. I was like, man, I would love to have that life size. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it.
Well, glad you didn't go life size with this one.
Yes, exactly.
And there's also, I mean, it's something that, considering how iconic Stay Puft is, it's surprising it hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
Really surprising.
I'm very surprised. Very surprised. I was like, this is a cornerstone. So
Yeah, because I remember I had like a massive vinyl toy when the movie came out, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was one of my favorite toys.
yep.
Um, so then also, Mr. Stay Puft, has such a unique visual presence. Can you talk about the design process and how the team balanced staying true to the film, but
Yep.
adding their own touch to it as well?
Yeah, so with this one, what we wanted to do is, and we went kind of back and forth, right? Was doing this scene or doing the scene where he's attacking the building. This scene is more of kind of like his first reveal, right? So when he kind of comes around the corner and you just see the head bobbing up and down through the water towers, and he turns the corner and you kind of get the first full reveal. So that's the route we decided to go with this. From a design perspective, probably there's two things we had to keep in mind or balance within this design. One was the buildings, and when I say buildings, the style of buildings. So we couldn't use like the exact buildings from the film because you need like a separate license to use
Yeah,
New York buildings. So we had to basically design our own to still give us that same kind of look from the movie, but still be a little bit different than the buildings in New York. But we still kind of use the same scene or intersection as well. The other biggest piece we had to balance was just the pure mass of this piece, right? So yes, we could have done bigger, huger buildings, but then we're going to end up putting a whole lot of cost in buildings instead of in Marshmallow Man himself, right? So if you look, especially when you turn the piece around in the back, we tried to do like courtyards and stuff within the buildings to kind of get the view we wanted from the back, but kind of try to cut out some of that mass from the back to save some cost.
I mean, I'm just going to open up the original because we've got the original concept here as
Yep.
well. So I'll open that up. Always takes me longer than I want to change screens though. So if I do the entire screen, that one, and share, and I need to change the overlay. No. All right,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, so this is kind of where we started, right? And then that building is kind of more on par from what was in the original movie. If we were to do this, we're looking at like 3 times the retail cost, maybe
And
4.
also, it's also going to be about 50% taller as well. I mean, like, maybe
Yeah.
more. That's going to be like 45 inches tall, or maybe.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, you basically can fit 3 Marshmallow Mans in that one building to the left.
Yeah, I do love their concept work. Capers through
Yep.
the
Yeah, no,
backlight.
they do
Great stuff.
awesome. Awesome.
How do you pronounce their name then?
Keurig Brothers.
Okay, I think everyone has their own way of saying
They
it.
do. They do. And I'm pretty sure I probably still got it wrong. And the funny thing is I probably asked them 10, 20, 50 times on the correct way to pronounce it. And I get
Yeah,
close. Sometimes I get it exactly right, and sometimes I still get it wrong.
we were told it's Kaharic.
Yep.
Kaharic, yeah, because we used to call it something totally wrong. And also, I mean, Ghostbusters is such an iconic franchise. I mean, were you a big fan of it growing up? And do you have any moments that kind of stand out to you?
Yeah, no, I loved Ghostbusters growing up. I mean, I think everybody wanted a proton packer to go ghost hunting. For me, the Slimer scene with the cart is probably one of the bigger iconic moments for me, as well as the court scene with the brothers coming out. But no, I loved these movies growing up.
Yeah,
Kind of one of the things we try to do at PCS, and I guess it's probably kind of selfish of myself, but I kind of like making the stuff I grew up with and the stuff I enjoy. It took me probably about 4 years of being in this company to realize that trusting my gut more works out better than getting talked out of stuff. So I've kind of leaned into that more and more as we've gone on, especially the last 2 years on the projects that we do.
I think it's important that you do stuff that you're passionate about, because then that way, for the collectors and the fans, it's a much better thing if you're invested in it in that way. If it's something that's just about the money, there's not going to be that attention to detail as much. It's just going to be, let's get this out. Let's just make
Yep.
the money and get. So yeah, that's the best way to be. And also, if you're doing a job that you love and you're passionate about, that's what everyone wants.
Yep. Absolutely.
So the piece is impressive. I mean, it stands nearly 29 inches tall. Can you walk us through some of the details on the piece, which the fans may not see immediately?
Yeah, I think it's a couple things for me. One, the just the detail that we put into the taxis and the cop cars down at the bottom, as well as the street lights. Those are actually pretty detailed for being that size. The windows, we actually have like different window scenes in each of the windows. And we're working on seeing if we can mix and match that to where consumers can select how they want those windows to display for their own. Yeah, so they're kind of like inserts behind the scenes or within the building. So we're trying to see if we can do like a card stock per level, or if it's going to be
Yeah.
for a full building size. And then the water towers, of course, we tried to get it to where we could line up that water tower so you can take an image or a picture from the side to kind of get that same kind of peeking through the water tower view of Stay Puft that's in the movie.
And you're bound to get someone who's going to customize that and do a shower scene.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
There's always going to be one.
Yep.
One of the things as well is, I mean, so one of the concerns sometimes with having a larger piece is the quality control. So what steps are PCS taking to ensure the Stay Puft maintains top tier quality?
Yep. So for this one, a lot of it kind of went into the the way we designed this piece to help with that. So I'll give you an example. The buildings, for example, right? So bottom floor, top floors, different. Floors in between are, other than the scenes and the windows, are basically the same, which makes it easier for the factory to be able to replicate those different floors, because they're not going to be able to pull a mold of just one huge building. They're going to be able to do it by floor. So that was probably the biggest piece on engineering this, is as we were going through this and making it, we were engineering it so that this would be an easier time for the factory to replicate as well.
Whereas also, if you have that, I mean, it's going to be like a Lego style where it just slots together, and
Yep.
you're going to it will be better for the customer as well because they'll bring the cost down,
Exactly.
and then less that the factory can go wrong with on that. So yeah, no, it's a great idea. It's a
Yep.
great idea.
Yep. That's
And
right.
also with pieces of this size and this complexity, because I mean, I think a lot of people, when you kind of look at this and you look at the Stay Puft, you're going to go, well, that can't be that difficult, but
Mhm.
it's much more difficult than people believe.
Yep.
But with this sort of size and complexity, fans might sort of wonder if the price does reflect the value.
Yep.
What can you tell them about the craftsmanship, the kind of materials, the production on that, just to justify the cost? I mean, obviously you've covered some of those parts already,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. So I mean, that's the of course, the just the pure amount of resin that's going to be used, polystone used in this piece, and then kind of the engineering that goes into like actually having those window inserts versus being just blacked out windows, right? So we could have gone just the blacked out window route and not gone with. I mean, you probably see it here, the clear windows as well.
yeah.
Putting that detail within there to show and make this piece like really stand out, given the size of it.
'Cause that's one of the things as well, which if I didn't know this, I would have assumed this is a render.
Yeah.
So these are pictures taken within the warehouse.
Yep. Yep.
So that's the thing as well to bear in mind, that this is an actual product. This is not render. This is
Nope.
one that someone's taken pictures of and they put it together. And yeah, that's great. I mean, like again, I would have gone, yeah, that's a 3D render. They're just putting that out. Trying to get the pre-order done, blah 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 blah. But no, this is the piece. Looks
Yep.
fantastic.
Yep. Absolutely. And then the cool thing is like the cars, those won't be keyed into the base, so you can put them where you want to, which is kind of fun. We may include some extra ones just for the fun of it as well. But yeah, this was really a fun piece to make and design.
And are they like Hot Toy scale? So not Hot Toys. Much the what do they call it?
Matchbox. So this came out to like 155th or 156 scale. So I
Sorry.
can't remember, yeah, the exact size of the car, but we basically scaled like the cars, the windows, the floors, all that good stuff to that.
No, that's great. Yeah. I just wanted to let everyone know that at the end of this, we will be doing Q&A. So I'm not ignoring you all. We will be addressing if you have questions at the end, just to kind of keep it flowing, and just otherwise this will go on for an hour and a half, because I'm aware of how much I like to talk and I'm aware of how much Anne likes to talk. So
Yep.
we're just
Yep.
trying to keep it structured for now. Um, Also, this being a large scale piece like this as well, you often have a lot of unexpected hurdles. Were there any particular challenges the team faced during the development of this diorama?
I think the biggest was definitely the building sizes on the back, but then also just the breakdown, so we can make sure we can keep the shipping costs decent on this. Some pieces you can't avoid, like the oversized shipping charge,
Yeah,
which is ridiculous, and then even some sizes you can't even put on a FedEx, UPS, or DHL truck. Our manhole cover Turtle Underground is a perfect example. Like there was no way to break that down without having seams within it. It is what it is, but we just wanted a really cool piece, so we had to go with how that was. But yeah, no, this that's probably the biggest from a development perception, is getting it down in size.
yeah. No, it's that's a big problem at the moment, is with shipping.
Yeah.
Some of the costs are absolutely crazy, and that's the thing as well, is because of how the pieces are made, and then you won't get them for potentially 9 months to a year.
Yep.
You can't predict the shipping, because I think a lot of companies made that mistake, and then COVID happened and it messed with them quite badly.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
And actually, I would say the other, and this is something that I harp on a lot to my team, is displayability.
yeah,
Right. So the more I can make this easier to put on a shelf, the easier it'll be for collectors to display. So the depth on this thing, I think, is under 24, under 22 inches. So will fit in most shelves or cases. And that was also by
18,
design.
18
18.
inches. Yeah,
Boom. So that was also by design, was
yeah.
to make this display friendly.
I think that's smart, because you do have certain, other companies out there. They go for showpieces non-stop,
Yep.
and that's great for your portfolio. That's great for if you want investors. But the problem is collectors can't display that
Yep.
many of those showpieces. So
Exactly.
you need to have it so that, yeah, it's displayable. I know, say if somebody wants to go for the whole line of these, you know, they're going to need to have a big shelf, but then it's still doable.
Yep.
If you do the scale that it was designed for, the concept,
Yep.
yeah, you ain't getting anything else there, and you're
No.
probably going to struggle to be able to get this. Um, so that's quite a good segue as well, because I just want to say, just to remember everyone, that the we do have the other Ghostbusters up for pre-order at the moment. So we have the 4 Ghostbusters. Um, all of these silver exclusives come with a different Slimer with a different pose, and you also then you can order the Gauza, the Pterodogs, and then there's a twin pack as well with them together. So they're all available on our website, which is at the top of the page now. So if you are interested in there, head over to the website.
Yep, and we've just heads up for everybody. We have resculpted the heads for Venkman and Winston. I think we posted those on Facebook last week, so those heads have been redone and will be fixed for production.
And I just want to add that I was getting onto that. And thanks, Anne. Yeah, so basically the heads have been resculpted. So, you know, this is really, really nice. Real big improvement there, and looks absolutely fantastic. Um, so got that one, and then we have the Winston as well, which this one is very impressive.
Mhm.
Very impressive, yeah. It's quite difficult to do. Kind of like black skin sometimes. It is, because normally a lot of companies, when they do a black head sculpt, it doesn't come out right, and especially the hair as well. It just looks, every time you see, like, um, I know, certain characters, it just doesn't work. But
Yeah.
this looks fantastic, especially as well being a polystone head.
Yep. Yeah. No, it came out awesome.
All right. Um, so then this is another segue as we'll move on to the this is a great opportunity then for Ghostbuster fans to build an incredible display. Can you tell us more about how Stay Puft will complement the other Ghostbuster pieces that you've released?
Yeah, I think this is kind of a good kind of cornerstone piece to have in between, kind of like Gozer and the Terror Dogs as well. Kind of helps bring the story together from the first Ghostbuster.
Yeah. And sort of for fans, no, we're going to skip that one. Sorry, that's the one. Edition sizes are often important as well to collectors. Is there anything you can share about how many will be available?
Yeah, so I'm kind of going back and forth on this. So we have a deluxe version which has all the heads, and then we have collectors or regular version that just has just the one head. I've been and I got crap. I guess I got 2 days to decide this. I'm going back and forth whether or not I'm going to set the edition size for the deluxe at like 150 or 75. Haven't decided yet on that, but yeah, I'm gonna make that call within the next 2 days. Sure.
Yeah, yeah, we need that. And also this, so as you're saying, this comes with 2 head sculpts, so they're all there now. And It's a fantastic addition to to give collectors that choice of displaying them out. Obviously, I mean there were a few people mentioning, can we have the burnt head, but it won't work.
Yeah,
It won't.
yeah, it doesn't work for this scene. If he was attacking the building at the end, then yeah, maybe, but kind of for this reveal scene doesn't really fit in place.
No, for sure. And what's the sort of timeline do you think for the release of this? When can people imagine to have this in hand?
This year, for sure. One of the things I'm working
Wow.
on, and this is why I got to get a lot of stuff off my plate, and I've kind of been pushing the team hard as well, is that I want to release a whole lot faster. I'm trying to get us to the point to where we're actually already in production before we even pre-order. We should be there by end of this month, next month. That'll start giving us basically head starts on everything to where we can get stuff out like within the 6 to 8 month time frame.
Okay, that's cool. And for those on the fence about pre-ordering, what key takeaways do you want them to know about the Stay Puft Diorama?
I would say a couple things. One, it's first of its kind. Two, this is kind of, if you're a Ghostbuster Stay Puft fan, I mean, this is kind of a cornerstone of a collection right here. And then also with the pre-ordering, I mean, it's going to be very limited. And of course, when you order directly from us, you get a pre-order discount or pre-order window pricing as well. So
All right. So what we'll do now is we'll just go and so the pre-order for this is actually on the 13th, and we'll go into the audience Q&A. So let me just skim through the questions there. Good morning, Joe. Um, hello, Icky. And just going through everyone there. Afternoon. Hope all's good, Kevin. Charles, when will the okay? I'm trying to keep this for Mr. Stay Puft. So if you do have any questions about other stuff, if you refer it to the group, we could answer it on there. Um, um, yes, okay. A lot of questions about other things. These, thank you very much, Peter and Winston Hemscopes are great. Great job. Marcus in the house, how you doing? Thank you, Caesar. Some crushed cars would be nice as well. Uh, I'm so happy to see how this came out. Great teamwork. And you got monsters. There's not really. I'm just trying to see. There's not really any questions about it. To be honest, it's all about other things. Oh yeah, I've got a question, Alex. Is Stay Puft edible? If so, what flavors? Thanks, Marco. Uh,
well, here's something funny, Marcos. We actually thought about including like a marshmallow scented COA or something with it.
well, someone was. I did see a comment on the group which was saying that they should have like an infuser at the back that smells like burnt marshmallow.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, there's not really any questions there. Um,
And we'll do a live now that we have Alex on board. We'll do these more often, and we'll do like a real, like true Q&A kind of market updates as a whole from PCS, where we can answer more questions from everybody for sure.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, so definitely make sure you join us on socials if you haven't already. And there's literally a tease coming every Tuesday until I think it's like the end of May if they're scheduled for. Um, so yeah, just definitely check out for those. And thanks for watching, everyone. And the pre-order comes up in 2 days' time. So check out and collectpcs.com. And thank you for watching. Bye
All
bye.
right. Thanks, everyone.